than 0 means local maxima or minima?
Minima.
Minima. Second derivative less than 0 means local maxima will be attained. So that is the thing which is depending upon the second derivative test. We have first derivative test also. And as first derivative test, in the nearby points of the critical point, if the first derivative is greater than 0 in the left side, and if it changes its sign when it goes to the right side, then it is the maximum point. In the left side, if it is first derivative is greater than 0, and in the right side, if first derivative is less than 0, then this point C1 is local maxima. In the same way, at the point C2, if the first derivative is less than 0 in the left side, and in the right side, if the first derivative is greater than 0, then at C2 it attains local minima. So now we should get some confusion that how many maxima or how many minima are there. So for this we have to compare with our state electoral system. So we have how many districts in Tamil Nadu? 33 districts are. How many districts are there?
32.
So how many MLAs are there?
234.
234.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have, let us take this as the Tamil Nadu state constituency. Another
Constituency.
spelling in a constituency. Correct? Okay. We will have, for example, if you consider Chennai. How many MLA will be there in Chennai?
14.
Some 4 or 5 MLAs will be there?
14.
14 MLAs, okay. So next, Tirupur district, there will be some 5-6 MLAs. So likewise, if you consider all the states, all the districts, there are few MLAs, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we need not bother about the number of MLAs. Now let us assume in this Chennai district, Chennai region, this MLA or we can say mayor, isn't it? Who is the prime person here in the Chennai city? Mayor. Hello, you are all now very good in civics. You have to answer. Likewise in Tirupur, we have some MLA or MP, and here we will have some MLA. Let it be Ramnad district. Let it be Tanjore district. So here, collector may be a powerful person, and here let it be the Salem. Salem Aidapadi irukku is
Yes,
chief
ma'am.
minister.
Yes, ma'am.
So in Chennai, the person who is most influenced is mayor. He can take all the decision and he can make so many developments in his region. So he is the most influenced person. So in Tirupur district, when compared to MLA, we can assume MP is the most influenced person. But in Ramnath district, when compared to MP, MLA is most influenced person. So if we approach MLA, we can get our work done. But in Tanjore, collector is the powerful person. We cannot overlook collector. So we have to approach collector for getting permission for any of the work that is to be done. In Salem, as we know that CM is the MLA candidate in one of the constituency. So CM is the powerful person in Salem district. So here, if we compare all these in a let it be Tamil Nadu state constituency in particular year as 2022. So in this Chennai region, who is the powerful person? Mayor, isn't it? Hello. So this mayor is local maxima for this nearby region that is in Chennai. In this Tirupur, MP is the local maxima. MP is the local maxima for the nearby region that is around in and around Tirupur district. In and around Tirupur district. But for Ramnath, MLA is the local maxima for in and around Ramnath district. So this is called local maxima. Local maxima we can have n numbers. So for example, this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. There are many powerful people, but the most powerful people we are taking F, G, H. So this A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H all are local maximas. So we can assume that local maximas, local influenced person. Okay. Can you understand what I'm telling?
Yes, ma'am.
Local maxima means local influenced person. But if you take all together, who is the powerful person?
CM.
CM. Okay, CM is the powerful person. So that is absolute maxima. We are restricting ourselves as Tamil Nadu state. So absolute maxima in the interval in which we are considering is Tamil Nadu. So among Tamil Nadu, who is the most influenced person? CM. So other than if we do not restrict this as absolute maxima, or else it will be called as global maxima. If you don't consider all together, if you consider only this region, that is around in and around point A, the influenced person is
Mayor.
mayor. The value that corresponds to A is mayor. So in the region of in and around Tirupur district, the powerful person is
MP.
MP here. In and around Ramnath district, the powerful person is
MLA.
MLA. So in Tanjore district, the powerful person is at the point D, who is the collector. So at which is the other one thing? Okay. In Salem district, the powerful person is E. So here in absolute maxima, we are getting E as the powerful person, which is one among the local maxima of the function here, which we have taken. This is y equal to f of x function. In this function, we have critical points as A, B, C, D, E, and at this critical point, we are getting the absolute maxima, which is the global maxima also. So this is what we are going to discuss now. Okay, have you understood the concept of local maxima and absolute maxima? Do anybody have doubt in this concept? Local maxima means, for example, in house for Chera Junior, there will be a captain. Chola Junior, there will be a captain. Chera Senior, there will be a captain. Pandya Senior, there will be a captain. Pallava Senior, there will be a captain. So we will be having how many captains here in our school? How many captains? Huh?
4.
Environmental captain, mess captain, all together we will be including, means there will be around 15 captains, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So among all, who is the most powerful captain?
School captain.
School
School
captain.
captain.
But for Chola Junior, if you consider, who is the powerful person? Chola Junior powerful person?
Chola
Yes.
captain.
Chola Junior captain, isn't it? Even though we have in Chola CQMs and vice captain, the powerful person in Chola Junior or Chera Junior or any other house will be the captain, isn't it? So he is the powerful person. So he is the local maxima. Understood? Who is local minima in Chola Junior?
Cadets.
Which
Seventh.
cadet? The junior most cadet. The junior most cadet is the local minima, isn't it? We may have 50 of 7th cadets, but among them, the boy who is very lethargic or the boy who is very
Last
lazy
roll
or
number.
who will not respond for any of the things is the local minima, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So, if you consider globally that throughout the school, who is the local maxima? Who is the absolute maxima? Global maxima?
School captain.
Hmm? School captain, isn't it?
Yes,
Isn't
ma'am.
it? So now you have understood the concept of local maxima and absolute maxima. Now we will see how to find out that. Before that, let us see the problems that we have left out in the exercise, which includes the trigonometric functions. We will see that and then we will be discussing the absolute maxima concept also. Okay. So second sum we will discuss later, modulus function. A third sum I hope we have not discussed, isn't it? Find the local maxima and local minima if any of the following functions. Find also the local maximum and the local minimum values as the case may be. So let us see sum number 2. We skip this problem when we discuss this one, isn't it? So tell me how to solve this. Now we are going to find local maxima and local minima. For local maxima and local minima, what is the rule, working rule? Hello?
First order
For local maxima and
F-branches.
local minima, what is the working rule?
first order derivative.
First we want to find out
Critical point.
critical point, that is first derivative, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
What is first
ma'am.
derivative? Cos
Cos
x
x minus
minus
Cos x
sin x
minus sin x.
sin
Minus
x.
sin x.
Then after
equal
that,
to 0.
F double x.
minus sin x
Minus sin x minus cos x.
minus
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 cos
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 x.
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 So for critical point, what we have to do?
If dash of
Cos
F
x
dash equal
minus
to
sin
zero.
x equal to 0.
First derivative equal to 0 or first derivative does not exist. So cos x minus sin x equal to 0, which implies cos x equal
cos x
to
equal to sin x.
sin x. So
X
we
is equal to
divide
pi by
sin by
4.
cos. We can
X
even divide
equal
cos by
to
sin, but if we divide cos by sin, we will have cot x. Cot x is difficult for us. So we know tan x formula. So we are taking tan x equal to 0. Tan x equal to 0 means what are the points we are going to get?
tan x equal to 1. Ma'am.
It's equal to
Okay,
1,
sorry,
ma'am.
tan x equal to 1, 1. Right. Tan x equal to 1 means what is the value which we will get?
Pi by
5
4.
by 4.
5 by 4.
5 by 4.
What is it?
Tan x equal to 1 means
5 by
X
4.
5 by
equal to
4.
pi by 4. Only pi by 4.
5 by 4.
Yes, ma'am. By 4
Tan
and
x equal
multiples.
to tan pi by 4. What is the formula for tan x equal to tan y? Tan x equal to tan y gives x equal to n pi
Plus or
n pi or 2n pi? N pi plus or minus y, isn't it?
Yes,
Do you all remember? In the previous class, I told you that you all have to remember. So here,
Yes, ma'am.
we will have x equal to where n belongs to set of all real numbers. So accordingly, we will have x equal to n pi plus or minus pi by 4. Here we should notice one more thing, that the interval given is 0 to pi by 2. In 0 to pi by 2, is there any option of having negative values?
Only pi by 4 is
Only
possible.
5 by 4.
But for
Only
what
pi by
value we
4.
will have? If you put n as 0, we will have x equal to pi by 4.
5 by 4.
If you give n as 1, we will have x equal to pi plus pi by 4. What is pi plus pi by 4? 5 pi by 4. We are not thinking about n equal to minus 1. If you consider n equal to minus 1, we will have minus pi plus pi by 4. That will give minus 3 pi by 4. But we are
Minus
taking only 0 to pi by 2 open interval. So all these values are not in this open interval. So we are taking only which value?
5 by 4.
Only pi by 4.
Only pi by 4 belongs to this interval. So we are taking only pi by 4. So what is the critical point?
5
Pi
by
by
4.
4.
5 by
Critical
4.
point is pi by 4. So what we have to do with this critical point?
Substituting the x.
Substitute it in the second derivative. What is second derivative? Minus can be taken commonly out.
Minus n x minus cos x.
Sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4. What is it?
Cos pi by 4.
1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2.
2.
However, it is positive. So negative into positive.
Negative.
Negative.
Negative
Negative means
root.
less than 0, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So second derivative less than means.
Local maxima.
Local maxima.
Maximum.
Therefore, local maxima is attained at which point?
Maxima.
Is attained at which point?
At x equal to 5.
Pi by 4.
Attained at the point x equal to pi by 4. And what is the local maximum value? There is a local maximum value or not?
Root 2.
Root 2.
Local maximum value. For finding local maximum value, we should apply this pi by 4 in the given function. So f of pi by 4 equal to what? Sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by
Sin x
4.
plus cos x.
1 by root 2 plus
1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2.
1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. Root 2 is the LCM. 2
equal
by
to
root 2, that is root 2. So this is the local maximum value. So if you want to find out the point of this local maxima, then it is pi by 4 comma root 2. This is x value and this is corresponding y. Y is nothing but f of x. So this is x and this is y, which is f of x. So this is the point x value at which the local maximum value is attained, which is its corresponding y value. Understood? Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is the point at which this local maximum value is attained. So this is the point and this is the value of local maximum. Understood? Do anybody have doubt in this problem?
Ma'am,
Tell me.
no.
what is
Huh?
what is the difference between local maximum and normal maximum? Answer will be same.
No, I'm not hearing you properly.
Ma'am, this in local maximum and local minimum sum you are doing now.
Okay.
It is similar to the normal maximum and minimum. So what is the
Absolute maxima, absolute minima. Are you asking
Answer.
absolute maxima and absolute minima?
no, ma'am, local maximum?
Okay.
Difference between this local maximum and the previous we did know, normal.
இல்ல ரெண்டு மேக்ஸிமா தான் இருக்கு. ஒன்னு லோக்கல் மேக்ஸிமா, இன்னொன்னு அப்சல்யூட் மேக்ஸிமா. நார்மல் மேக்ஸிமால ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. லோக்கல் மேக்ஸிமா, அப்சல்யூட் மேக்ஸிமா ரெண்டு தான் இருக்கு.
Answer will be same or will it different? Answer for local maximum and absolute maximum will differ for any question.
For this question now we are going to discuss. Okay.
Okay.
Now we are going to discuss. So let us see the next function in which The interval is changed. 0 to 2 pi is the interval. Okay.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
if we differentiate, we will have minus cos x. So for critical point, same, no? It is same as the previous one, but it is minus cos. Here we have minus cos, but in the previous one it was plus cos.
Cos x plus sin x will come.
Hmm?
In first derivative,
First
cos x
derivative plus
sin
sin
x will come.
Okay, plus sin x. Right, right. Here, what will be the answer? Minus sin x plus cos
Plus
plus
x,
cos
cos
isn't
x.
it?
x.
So for critical point, what we have to do?
F dash of x equal to 0.
F dash of x equal to 0 means cos x plus sin x equal to 0. So we will have sin x equal to minus cos x. So we have to divide by cos. Then if you divide, we will have tan x
Tan x
equal to
equal
minus 1.
to
Tan x equal to minus 1 means for what value of in which quadrant if it is you will have
second
minus.
quadrant and fourth.
Huh? It can be in second
Second
quadrant
and
or
fourth.
fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant means we will take it as minus theta. In second quadrant means we will have pi plus theta, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
so tan of pi
Pi
plus pi
minus
by
theta.
4.
Pi minus theta.
Pi minus
Sorry, pi
theta.
minus, right. Pi minus theta, very good. So tan of pi minus theta will give minus tan theta, isn't it? So what value
Yes,
is
ma'am.
this tan? LCM if you consider 4 pi minus pi, 3 pi by 4, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So tan x equal to tan 3 pi by 4. So according to formula, what is the formula here?
X equal to
Tan x
4
equal
pi.
to tan y
Equal to n pi
implies
plus or minus y.
x equal to n pi plus or minus y
Y.
for all n belongs to natural number. So this is very important. Now this problem is not say, similar as the previous one. So here, if you apply this formula, we will have x equal to n pi plus or minus 3 pi by 4 for all n belongs to natural numbers. So how many critical points you guess that you will get in 0 to 2 pi?
Two critical points.
Two. What are those two? If you put n as 0, we will have 3 pi by 4. Huh? 3 pi by 4.
natural number or whole number?
N belongs to
Natural number or whole number?
n belongs to integers, isn't it? N belongs
Yes,
to
ma'am.
integers. Okay. Tell me if this is 3 pi by 4, will it be in this interval 0 to 2 pi? They have given interval as
Yes,
open
ma'am.
interval 0 to 2 pi. Will it be in this
Yes,
interval?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay. Next, n equal to 1 means what will be the value?
7 relative.
7 pi by 4.
Pi plus 3 pi by 4 is 1 and pi minus 3 pi by 4 is another 1, isn't it? So here we will have 4 pi plus 3 pi, that is 7 pi by 4, and here we will have 4 pi minus 3 pi is
4
what?
by 4.
Pi by 4. Is this pi by 4 given in this interval?
yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
Is it here in this interval? 0 to 2 pi. What about 7 pi by 4?
Yes,
It is in
ma'am.
the interval.
Will it be in the interval?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
what is pi by 4? 45 degree. 45
Yes, ma'am.
degree into 7. What is 45 degree into 7? 315.
515.
It is not greater than 360 degrees, so it will be in this interval, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So shall we go for the next integer n equal to 2? If you take n equal to 2, what will you get? X equal to 2 pi plus 3 pi by 4 and x equal to minus, sorry, 2 pi minus 3 pi by 4, isn't it? So here we will have 8 plus 3, 11 pi by 4. What about 11 pi by 4? 45 degree into 11.
No, ma'am.
45 into 11 is 495. It is greater than 360. So it does not belong to the interval 0 to 2. So we will leave this value. Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So here what will you
Ma'am.
get? Here what will you get?
5 by 4.
5 pi by 4. 5 pi by 4.
8 minus 3, 5 pi by 4. Will this 5 pi by 4
Yes, ma'am.
be in this interval?
Yes, ma'am.
5 by 4 is
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
45.
ma'am.
45 into 5, 225 will be less than 360. So this will be in the interval 0 to 2 pi. So what are all the values we can assume as critical point?
Ma'am, one doubt.
Hmm.
The value at 5 by 4 is 1 only, no, ma'am. It is not equal to minus 1. Then will it be critical point?
Ama, why did we take here?
Ma'am, the general equation is wrong. No? N pi plus only will come, minus will not come.
Where?
X equal to n pi plus y only will come, minus will not come.
N pi
Plus y only.
plus or minus y that equation.
Only
No,
plus y.
ma'am.
Only plus. Only plus y. N pi plus y.
N pi plus or minus y. Oh, that is for 2n plus or minus y. Yeah.
Yes.
So you will not get this plus or minus y. Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you all sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So shall we omit this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this will not be in the interval. Then we need not consider this also, 5 pi. Then we have to give x as minus 2, I hope. However, we have to get 5 pi by 4, no? So we have given n as 2. If you give n as minus 2, what will you get? Minus 2 pi plus 3 pi by 4.
Minus 5 by 4.
Minus
So
5.
minus 5 pi by 4. It will minus 5 pi by 4 will not be in the interval.
Will not come.
So n equal to 3 means x equal to 3 pi plus 3 pi by 4. What will you get?
For 2 itself, it will not come. No. Then for 3, it will not come for sure.
Okay. So you are guessing in that way. We need not bother about that, isn't it? So 12 plus 3, 15 pi by 4. So what are the critical points now? The 3 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. What are two critical points? Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
5 pi by 4 will not be there. Therefore, critical points are 3 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. So, what we have to do with these critical points?
Ma'am, n equal to minus 1 also.
Hmm?
N equal to minus 1.
Okay, if you give n as minus 1, what will you get? Minus pi plus or minus 3 pi by 4, what will you get? Minus, oh sorry, it's not plus or minus, this plus only, no? Minus 4 pi plus 3 pi by 4 will give minus pi by 4. Minus pi by 4 is not in the interval 0 to 2 pi. So we are not considering this. Okay. We are not taking this. In this critical point, what we have to do?
Substitute in double
Substitute
derivative.
in second derivative to check whether it is a maxima or minima. Okay, you know second derivative. Know what is second derivative here?
Half x
Minus sin x plus cos x. Minus sin x plus cos x. Minus sin 3 pi by 4 plus cos 3 pi by 4. So what is cos 3 pi by 4 value?
Minus 1 by root 2.
minus 1 by root 2.
Minus 1 by root 2.
Pi by 4 is 45. 45 3s are 45 3s are how much? 1.
135.
135 is in second quadrant, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
In second quadrant, sign is positive. So positive into negative will become negative, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is the value of pi by 4 then? Sin pi by 4.
1 by root
1 by root 2 plus cos 3 pi by 4. Cos will become
minus 1 by root 2.
negative.
Minus 1 by
In
root
second quadrant, cos will be negative. So here we will have minus cos pi by 4. Cos pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So minus 1 by root 2, minus 1, both are negative. So we will get it as less than 0, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Second
ma'am.
derivative less than 0 means
Local maximum.
Local maximum.
f attains local maxima at the point x equal to 3 pi by 4. So shall we assume the local maximum value also?
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we find local maximum value?
Yes, ma'am.
So for local maximum value, what we have to do?
Substitute in
F of 3 by
We
by
have
4.
to substitute this in.
F of
We have to substitute this critical point x equal to 3 pi by 4 in which one? Which function? The given function, isn't it? F of x. What is f of x? Sin x minus cos x. So we know that it is sin 3 pi by 4 minus cos 3 pi by 4. Sin 3 pi by 4 value is just now we calculated
1 by
1 by root 2 minus cos 3 pi by 4 is minus 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 will give
Root 2.
2 by root 2, that is root. So the local maximum point is 3 pi by 4. Local maximum value is.
Root
So
2.
finally we will write. So we have checked it for the first point 3 pi by 4. Shall we check it for the second point 7 pi by 4?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Consider x equal to 7 pi by 4. So we have to substitute this in the second derivative for verifying whether it attains maxima or minima. So second derivative is minus sin plus cos.
Cos x
Minus sin plus cos. So what is 7 pi by 4 into 7? How much? 45 into 7.
315.
315. 315 is in which quadrant?
quadrant, ma'am.
In fourth quadrant, cos is positive, sin is negative. Isn't it? So sin is negative. So minus sin pi by 4. What is sin pi by 4?
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2 plus fourth quadrant cos is positive. Cos 45 is how much?
1 by root 2.
So 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 is
Root 2.
okay. Root 2 which is greater than 0, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So second derivative greater than 0 means
Local
local
Minimum.
minima is attained at which point?
7
X equal to 7 by 4.
7 by 4.
X equal to 7 pi by 4. So what is the local minimum value?
F of 7 by 4.
7 by 4.
Local minimum value. For local minimum value, we have to apply this 7 pi by 4 in the given function. So f of 7 pi by 4. What is f of 7 pi by 4? Sine minus cos, isn't it?
Sin x minus cos.
Minus cos. What is sine 7 pi by 4 value?
Minus 1 by root.
Just we calculated. So minus 1 by root 2. Cos 7 pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. So it is minus root 2, isn't it? Therefore,
Yes.
local minimum point is 7 pi by 4 and the local minimum value is what is the local minimum value? Minus root 2. In the same way, we have just now found the local maximum point and local minimum maximum value. What is the local maximum point?
3 pi by 4.
3 by 4.
3 pi by 4 and the local maximum value is
Root.
plus root. So are you all thorough with this method now?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope even if trigonometric functions are given, you will not get confused. So now we will discuss the same type of problem for absolute maxima and absolute minima. Okay. I'll tell you now the working rule for absolute maxima and absolute minima. So absolute maxima and absolute minima means the interval must be closed interval. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
For for local maxima, the interval may not be given. In that case, we have to take the entire real number system, that is R. If not, if they have given the interval for local maxima and local minima, it must be open interval. For absolute maxima and absolute minima, the interval has to be closed interval. Got it? Where did I save it? Yeah. Which exercise are we dealing with? 6.5 some number?
3.
3, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, similar problem is given here in fifth sum now. Find the absolute maximum value and absolute minimum value of the following functions in the given interval. So, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, I am leaving it as homework. Okay. In this third sum, I am leaving 5, 6, 7, 8 as homework. It is easy. I hope you will easily solve it. We will move on to the fifth sum, in which we are going to discuss about absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolute maxima and absolute minima. Okay, let us now discuss about the working rule. working rule for absolute maxima and minima. As we did in local maxima and minima, we should consider the function y equal to f of x. Then we should find the first derivative as well as second derivative. Now what we have to do is we should find the critical points. Now let us take a comma b as the closed interval. Find the critical points. Let us consider the critical points as c comma d. Now what we have to do is we have to apply these values in the function. Actually here this f double dash doesn't play any role. Okay, we need not find out the second derivative. What we have to do is we want to find the value of f of c, f of d, and at these two endpoints also we have to calculate the function value, that is f of a and f of b. Now can you understand what I have done? Hello? For local maxima and local minima, we will find second derivative, and after that we will find out critical point and we will apply it in the second derivative, isn't it? Now you need not find out the second derivative. Your only job is finding critical point, and we know the end points, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And the critical points. For all these two endpoints and the critical points, we have to find out the function value of the function at the critical points and the endpoints we have to calculate. Among all these four, whichever is maximum among these four is absolute maxima, and minimum among these four values is the absolute minima. Got it? I hope you will not understand. We will do this problem. First sum f of x equal to x cube. Okay. Let us solve f of x equal to x cube. Sum number 1. If f of x equal to x cube, what is the first derivative?
3x square.
3x square.
3x square. Should we have to find out second derivative?
No.
Here the interval given
No,
is closed interval minus 2 comma 2. We know the function f of x cube will be like this, isn't it? They're asking the maximum and minimum value only in this interval minus 2 to 2. Okay, only we should bother about this interval. Got it?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we should restrict only this region. In this region, whatever is the maximum, we have to calculate. They're asking absolute maximum and absolute minimum both. So what we have to do now? We have to find out critical point. So for critical point, what we will do?
F dash of x equal to 3.
So 3x square equal to 0 means we will have
F dash x equal to 0.
okay
X equal to
for
0.
x equal to 0. So what we have to do now?
Substitute
We
in
should check
f of
Substitute
f
f
of
of x.
0. Then what other values?
f of minus 2.
Minus 2 and one more.
F of 2.
F of
F of 2.
what will be f of 0?
F of 2.
0.
0.
F of minus 2.
Minus 8.
0.
Minus
F of plus 2.
8.
8.
What is the maximum among these three?
8. 8.
What is the maximum among these three?
8.
8 is the absolute maximum. What is the minimum among these three?
Minus 8.
So this is local, local or absolute?
Absolute.
Absolute.
Absolute maximum, and this is absolute minimum. So you can easily compare this local maxima and absolute minima by the interval given. Now we are going to solve a similar sum which we did before. Sin x plus cos x in the interval 0 to pi. Shall we do this?
Yes, ma'am.
Sin x plus cos x in the interval 0 to which is the interval? Sin x plus cos x in which interval?
0 to pi.
Closed interval
Pi.
0 to pi. So what is f dash of x? Just now we did this critical point. You anyone remember?
Cos x minus sin.
In 0 to pi, only for one value we will have tan x equal to 1. So what is the critical point?
Pi by 4.
F dash of x equal to 0 implies cos x equal to sin x, or cos x minus sin x equal to 0. So sin x equal to cos x, that is tan x equal to 0. Tan x equal to 1, isn't it? That is possible only for pi by 4,
Pi by
which
4.
belongs to the interval 0 to pi. So we have to calculate what are the three values we have to consider.
F of pi by 4.
F of pi by 4, then
F of 0.
Zero.
f of 0, then
F of
F of
pi.
pi.
f of pi. So what is the function? Sin x plus cos x.
Root 2.
That is sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4. That is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2.
Root 2.
Root 2. Sin 0 plus cos 0.
1.
1.
1. Sin pi plus cos pi.
Minus 1.
1.
Sin pi is what?
0.
0. Cos pi is.
Minus 1.
Minus
So what is the maximum among these four?
root 2.
Root 2.
Root 2. Root 2 value is
4 1.
1.414. Minimum among these three is minus
Minus
1. So this root 2 is absolute minimum.
Maximum.
Maximum.
This is absolute. Sorry, this is maximum. This is absolute minimum. Okay. So absolute maximum value is root 2 attained at the point. Absolute maximum point is what?
Pi by 4.
4.
Absolute minimum value.
Minus 1.
Absolute minimum value
Minus 1.
is minus 1 attained at the point pi.
Pi.
So now can you understand the difference between this sum and the previous sum? Huh? What is the difference between this one and the previous one? Let us check both the values. Are both the maximum and minimum value same? Here 0 to pi.
The interval itself. different.
Here we had interval as 0 to pi by 2. But the maximum and minimum values are entirely different, isn't it? Even if it is pi, the maximum and minimum value are not same, isn't it? We got only maximum value, but here we are getting both maximum and minimum values. Okay, both the values are different from the other one. Got it? So if the critical point, if the case arises where we will have one more critical point in the denominator, that is f dash of x does not exist, you have to include that one also. Okay. Let us see one more problem. Sum number 3 and 4. Let us see if we have time. So third sum, C sum. Absolute maxima and minima. Can you tell me what will be the critical point? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Let us see third sum. 4x minus 1 by 2 x square. What is f dash of x?
4 minus x.
1 by 2 into 2x. So for absolute
X.
maxima and minima, what we have to calculate?
Critical point.
Critical point. So for critical point, we should assume f dash of x
Dash of
equal
x
to
equal to
0.
0.
So we will have 4 minus x equal to 0.
X
So
equal
we will
to
have
minus 4.
x equal to 4. Already they have given the endpoints. So we have to calculate the value of the function at the endpoints, that is f of minus 2, f of 9 by 2, and at the critical point, that is f of
F of 4.
4. Can you tell me what are all the values? 4x minus 1 by 2 into minus 2 square. Instead of x, we want to apply
Minus 2.
minus 2. Here also
Minus 10.
4 into 9 by 2 minus 1 by 2 into 9 by 2 the whole square. At last, 4 into 4 minus 1 by 2 into 4 square. So what will you get? Minus 8 minus 1 by 2 into
Minus
4.
10.
Here we will have 18 minus 1 by 2 into what? 81 by 4.
81 by 4.
16 minus 1 by 4 into 16.
8.
So what will you get here as the value? Minus 8 minus 2.
Minus 10.
Minus 10. Here what will you get? 18 8s are 8 8s are 64. 8 1 is 8 and 144. 144 minus 81 by 8. What will it be?
63 by 4.
How much?
63 by
63 by 8.
63 by 8. What will be it approximately? 7.8. Already I have calculated. So here 16 gets cancelled. 16
8.
minus 4, how much? 8. One more do we have? That's all. So what is the maximum among these three?
8.
Minus 4, 12, ma'am.
Max,
12. 16 minus 4, 12.
The 1 by 2 will be there.
okay.
8 is correct one.
Here it is 12, isn't it? 16 minus 4 is 12.
1 by 2.
No, 1 by 2
1
is
by
there.
2 will be
We have
there.
written 1 by 4.
1 by 2.
1 by 4, ma'am.
8 is correct only.
Final answer will come correctly, ma'am. Instead of 1 by 4, 1 by 2, you have put 1 by 4.
Okay. I have taken here as 4 only, no? This is 4 only. 4 4 is 16. Correct, Nada?
No, 1 by 2 is there.
1 by 2, man.
1 by 2 should come, ma'am.
So 16 minus 8.
8.
8. Okay. Which is maximum among these three?
8.
8, ma'am.
8 is the maximum. Which is the minimum among these three?
Minus
Minus
10.
10.
Okay. So absolute maximum is 8 and absolute minimum is, sorry, this one, and this is maximum. Okay. Have you understood?
Yes.
So
Yes, ma'am.
I hope I have taken 5 more minutes extra. Who is the next class? Which class do you have as next one?
Gur Pandey.
Plus.
Okay, that's good. You all move to that class, and tomorrow we will be discussing. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we will be discussing vector and 3D. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
How many are here in the
Thank-
class?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Many are
Thank
there.
you. Thank you.
65.
Thank you.
Have you understood absolute maxima and local maxima thoroughly?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But you have to practice more number of sums.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. You can leave.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I asked you one doubt in WhatsApp. ma'am.
Solluda
Yeah.
Abhinav.
I asked you one doubt in WhatsApp. One question.
Okay. Okay. I'll send you. Okay. I'll send you that. Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Any other thing?
ma'am.
Any other thing?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Do anyone else have doubt in this topic? If you have doubt, you can stay back. Do anyone else have doubt in this topic? Kelvin, doubt இருக்கா? Kelvin, Kelvin, Vishal, can any one of you respond?
They went to.
அப்ப எதுக்கு லெஃப்ட்னா எதுக்கு இங்க இருக்கான்? கம்ப்யூட்டர் ஆன் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கிட்டு நல்ல கதை பேச போயிடுறேன். என்னடா அபினவ்? See, Rishabh Yadav not responding. Kannan, see, these boys, all these 11 boys are simply here. They left their mobile phones in a shelf and they have gone somewhere, isn't it?
After the class, they would have forgot.
Okay, Abhinav, you can leave. I'll send these answers to you. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.